How to remove photo backgrounds and blurring in PowerPoint. I'm Huey Poplock. Recently, I talked about creating animated GIF files using your PowerPoint. Doing that, I discovered that there are some other things that you can do with PowerPoint that I've been doing outside of PowerPoint and then bringing them in. I want to share with you a couple of those effects that you can do within PowerPoint that you don't have to go outside and work on files. The first one has to do with removing the background of an image. So let's go to an image, and I have one here. And let's say we want just myself and the character from the team of it's the Bradenton Marauders. And I just want his picture with mine and not of the other. We're going to put them somewhere else. So let's play with this a little bit. Now, what you need to do is you double click on the picture to do editing with graphics. When you do, you'll see you've got a whole, it's a picture format section, and one of them is remove background. If I click on that, it now says I can mark areas to keep, mark areas to remove, I can discard all the changes, or once I finish, I can keep my changes. What you're saying is in purple is being eliminated from the picture, and some of that we want in it. So what we're going to do is mark the areas to keep. So it's got a little pen there. So if I just come up here and bring it down here, you're going to see those areas up here. And let's take this part right here. We're going to take out some things here in just a bit. Let's take this part. And we got some more of it. Okay, let's take this. All right, we're getting there. And let's just get the bottom here of both of us. And it picked that up. Now, I don't want that light in there, or the light pole's not there, and there's a little bit of spot between them. So areas to remove, I'm going to mark that. And bingo, there we go. It looks like we got what we want. Well, no, we're missing his beard, aren't we? We can see over here what we've got and what we don't have. So now I'm going to go back to what we want to keep, and we're going to just go here, and it picked all of that up. It looks like we've got what we want. We look here, and so we're going to come up and we're going to say keep changes. All right, so we got what we want. Now, what are we going to do with it? We're going to take this picture now, and we're going to put a background in it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a picture to here by insert pictures from this device. We're going to come down here. Okay, we're going to now choose this picture and insert it. Now, we not only inserted it, we covered up what we had. It gives us some pointers of what we could do, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, take this picture and send it backwards. Bingo, it made a background. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to say, okay, let's see, we're going to bring it right down to the bottom, so we're not cutting anything off. We'll make us just a little bit smaller so it looks almost realistic. And there we go. So we cut out all of the background of the ball game, and we put us at Benderson Park, and we are to watch rowboat races. The next thing that I wanted to demonstrate is how to blur something. Now let's take this picture. This happened to be at a dinner. Actually, it was in my honor. It was when I was moving a few years ago, and they had a farewell dinner for me. But let's say that my friend in the foreground here is willing to have his picture, but the rest of the people really didn't want to be a part of a picture. So here's what we can do without going out and using a third-party program to blur the picture and then bring it back in. And then if we didn't like it, we had to go and do something else. What we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is we're here. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to right mouse click, and I'm going to copy here. So I now have 2 copies of this exact picture. Now on this picture, I am going to crop. Notice when I click crop, I get these little marks in the corners and on the sides. And so we're going to come along the base here. We'll come along, we'll go into here, and we'll come down here. And this part we're going to keep, so we're going to go ahead and crop it. Crop to shape, no, crop, and then click. Okay, so that one's cropped. It's right here. So now we're going to go to the picture in the back, and what we're going to do is, instead of remove background this time, we're going to do some artistic effects. I'm going to click that, and one of them is blur. But what I want to do is I want to show the amount of blurring that we're going to do. So when I clicked adjust it, we've got artistic effects. We've got some artistic effects. And we're going to come here, and we're going to click on blur. Now it wants a radius of the blur. In other words, how much of a blur do I want? Probably maybe 50, 60%. So let's just slide that up. Let's see what 50 looks like. Don't forget that other picture is in there. So we can go here. So we can go like this. That other picture is in front. We'll get it right where it's supposed to be. So the hand is matching here, and the door is almost there. Enough in the blur that that would look like that. And so we're going to say OK. And so that's what we're going to keep. And so now if we come back up here and then come back down to our picture, we see everybody's blurred but my one friend. So now we've been able to crop, cut out the background and place our picture on a different background. And then we were able to blur most of the picture. We could have blurred the whole thing and put words over it if we wanted to. But in this case, I wanted one part of it not to be blurred and the rest of it to be blurred. We took care of that. So these are 2 effects that you can use PowerPoint. Within PowerPoint, do your photo editing and not have to go out and use any third-party programs and be bothered with it. You can do it very quickly and easily within your PowerPoint while you're working on your presentation.